What's going on, guys? And today I will be showing you a few Minecraft minigames that are target minigames. So these minigames will be target minigames, and let's get into the video. So for this minigame, you will need a gas and an obsidian box like this if you want. Other blocks may get damaged or destroyed. Netherite also works. It's strong enough to withstand it, but that's extremely expensive. So I recommend obsidian and crying obsidian if you can, because it breaks up the texture. Otherwise, you're looking into nothingness. You have a gas here, and I recommend naming it. Sorry, I cannot talk. And you will, for this, you will, click a pressure plate right here. Go here, quickly, back up, because you want the gas to shoot right here. You don't want them to shoot right at you. So when you hear them shoot their fireball, you point there, and you immediately walk back. Point here, and press yourself against this blocks. And then you immediately go backward and press yourself against this block. And pointing at the TNT. The TNT I chose as the target because it is reactive. So sometimes you will not see it. But the TNT will help you. Okay, you hit the TNT, so, you hit the target. But, like other mini games that I've made, you can customize this, make a bigger target, make it further away, make it closer. Make this timing of this door open longer. But I chose to make it open less, because otherwise it could destroy other things. So I click the pressure plate, it opens for a little bit, and immediately shoots its fireball. When it sees you over here, you go back down here, press yourself against this wall, and you click, spam click. Or just click once, depending how good you are at this game, but I'm still not quite used to it. But, so as you see, this is pretty directly, like, across from it. The place where you sit, the place where you stand is like right in line with it, and you have to use honey blocks and slime because otherwise they will stick together and just your pistons will get messed up because they not in sync. Because I'm not the best at redstone. So if you go into spectator mode, you will see all the redstone that I've put into this. So this redstone here, as you can see, there's a pressure plate over here. You click the pressure plate, it goes down. It does, it hits this redstone. The redstone signal travels along here. And then this little contraption with the comparator and everything, I've been told makes the signal go on for longer, but I am not sure. So all I know is that it has helped a little bit. I don't know if it's better or worse. So you have to play around with that. You go here. And you go up here, lighting the redstone torches. It's basically a regular piston door that retracts. Redstone torch there. Once it gets the block it's on, gets powered by redstone. It works, It makes the pistons not powered. Over here also, I have another thing. In case I want this edge stone to be pushed up, it will, to get out of the way forever, like if I want to make it out of the way for a fancy party trick or whatever, I have also redstone here, which is basically the same thing. You see redstone torches down here. To push it up, it powers them. It's a lever, so it either keeps the power going or shuts it off. But the thing about that is I have a slab here, so it doesn't really work very well, because with the slab it just pushes the slab up and kind of ruins the whole thing. But so I also have a bed here. I recommend sitting your spawn because you will mess up. But as a mini game, showcase it. You need to be in survival mode, because otherwise the gas will not aggro towards you. So you go up here, you hear a shot, And I did not get the timing right that time. This is where the skill is involved, getting the timing right. And that's why I set my bed, because I don't have food and I don't really care about it. As you see, the doors closed too soon, which means I wasn't in position early enough and didn't aggro soon enough. But pretty soon, as I will eventually go, pretty soon, it will eventually go. Put this into a time lapse. So as you saw there, it takes a lot of tries sometimes until you get used to it. That's why setting the correct timing is very important. So this will take a lot of time, because depending on how big your arena is, or how wide the gap is between your ghast and you, and how long the redstone current has to travel. It could be, it takes a lot of calculations. But for my next minigame, go into creative mode. This minigame is over here, is another pretty redstone heavy one, if I will say. For this next minigame, what we will be doing is, this minigame is not really a minigame. It is a minigame where a skeleton shoots a golem, and for this, what happens is, we have a kind of like a comparator over here, and every time I have an item in here, let's see if we can catch a block of iron. Every time it passes through here, it will open this door, allowing it, once I unlock it, allowing it to take a shot at the golem, the skeleton. And that will be rated over here. But also, since I want to give it enough time to shoot, I also have a bunch of repeaters over here, so every time the comparator comes over here, this is always pushing to it, keeping it closed, but every time item goes through here, it'll, for a brief second, open up, allowing the item to go through and continue its rotation. When the arrow hits over here, it hits this thing of redstone and goes either to here or over here. That, like, it'll go back and around, and there's a repeater over there because I need it to be able to reach the dropper. But if it can reach the repeater, it will be it'll give one boat. For each this dispenser, the shortest, it'll give one sign and one boat over here. What happens is that this starts 2 every time, and all those go through these hopper systems, as you can see, into this dropper. Into this dropper over here, where there's a redstone clock constantly having it throw things out. So, as you can see over here, there is, it comes over here, and same system as we have over here, like over here, how it, like, keeps the item in there long enough. It keeps all the items here long enough to gauge together, because each one of these comes at a different speed, so depending on the number of hoppers. So it comes here, and they have then it waits here for a little bit, but as soon as the first thing here, a bunch of repeaters here delaying it as much as physically possible, and then they will go into this chest, which will collect all the items. And over here about the golem, I put 2 walls on each side to make sure the golem stays in the middle, so you don't have shots hitting over here or over here. And also, I have this contraption with stairs. The point is to let the skeleton see it as much as possible, but don't let it hit the golem, because you gotta repair the golem with iron, because making a new one's kind of annoying. So you don't want the golem dying, but the skeleton has no harm to it, and golem's pretty easy because you can just make it yourself. So skeleton, if you're in survival, just lure it in, name it, and you should be fine for the rest of the time. So here's a quick time lapse of this working, and yeah, this is the spinny game. For this next mini game, it will be where you drop down armor stands from up there, as you can see the platform, down to the target below. So if we drop down here, this is the target, and you can make whatever color I like. And I put in the center of it because I thought, you know, to give you some reference at least to where it should be. And if you get a gold block, you can use any block you want, but for this, I want using the gold block, and you mark out where you want the armor stand to go. And you can use this with multiple people yourself, just challenging yourself how well you can do, or others, you know, who can do the best. And your goal is to get as close to the gold blocks as possible. So we make the weather clear. Up here, we make it pretty tall because it makes it harder. And the taller it is, the harder it is, because as you can see, it's kind of hard, like, to determine where. And you can make the gold block target bigger or smaller, but I chose to make it a little bit bigger so you can see it from up here for the video. As you can see there, so there's multiple ways you can do this. I find if you click the armor stand off with the piston, it will go farther if you have a honey block and place the armor stand on a honey block. I do not know why this happens. It could be like, for whatever reason it does happen, but I do not know why it happens, because honey blocks make things sticky. Do I think it should happen? I don't care, but this is kind of odd, but it does go farther. So if you click this lever, you'll see where it lands. It's over there, you can kind of see it. And then there's other ways, like with this piston without the honey block. You need an obsidian block though, so it doesn't push out everything. Like I have a obsidian block there, and here I have the obsidian block there. Or like a block that cannot be moved by a piston. So if we click this flag, okay, I think we fixed it. So I think what happened was that it somehow got stuck on that obsidian block and like could not move it. For example, it's a glitch, I think. See, it probably like couldn't go. I don't know why, but for some reason there's a glitch that happens. Just found out about it right now. But and you need another obsidian block right here to fix it. So you need 2 obsidian blocks here, and there we go. For that to work, and if we place this here, there you go. And now this is not going to go as far as the other one. As you can see, the other one's further that way, and this one's further this way. So basically, if you have one closer to this end, use that one. And then another way to hit these armor stands into the target, I should say, is to use knockback swords. Like a knockback 2 sword or a knockback 1 sword. So for this, you need to be in survival mode, hence why I'm in survival. And I'd say to give the fairest results is to get right in front of it, hit it right in this area right here. See where the pointer is. So just hit it. That's with knockback 1 and with knockback 2. Of course, it's going to be more effective with the knockback 2. With these are not like down in order really. So for these, as you can see, it's just where knockback 1 will get you for this area. Knockback 2 will get you closer to the mid range. For this, so in order, as in for which ones will hit the hardest, I should say here, if I can get on here, it goes, sorry about this, okay, so it goes piston, sticky piston, so it can retract the slime, with slime block, with a honey block at the end. This honey block, I have no idea why, but it makes it go further. So as an example, and the next one is piston with slime block at the end and nothing. You need obsidian on these 2 places. The next one is knockback 2 sword, would be the next furthest thing. And then knockback 1 sword is the weakest. So knockback. So my bad. Slime block at the end with honey block, really, like piston, slime, and honey block. Piston and slime. Knockback 2, these 2, and knockback 1 are these 2 over here. So these are this order, this mini game. The goal is that if we were playing, your goal would be to get it right on this gold block, and I'd probably use either, as close as you can at least, either the piston with honey right here, or for better results, I'd use the piston without honey, move it over here. And the way you work this is you'd go up here on your target, your friend or you or whoever puts a random target down there. You move your thing wherever on this end. You put it, see who gets closest. Whoever gets closest wins, or if you're on your own, you're going against yourself. So just try to get better. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my kind of mini games and my ideas and like my content. If you want to see something different or have any ideas for mini games or like genres of mini games I should make, just comment it in the comment below, and give me your advice, because again, this is only my second video and I'm kind of new to this. So anyway, bye.